let it drop. Let it drop.
Hello, Southwest Louisiana, and welcome to another episode of From Change to Change. And my name is Marcus Simmons, better known as Chachi, and I am a Lafayette organizer for VOTE, Voice of the Experience.
And I am Crystal Simmons, also a member of VOTE as well.
Mm-hmm. And I'm Patrick Taylor, a member of VOTE as well, and I'm known as Razor Fresh in the barbershop.
So like as you guys know, we have this, we have the master barber.
That's right.
Mr. Patrick here, and when I met Mr. Patrick, I was really intrigued with his conversation and his willingness to want to fix his community. And then I soon learned that he was an impacted individual, and I really just took a connection to you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I wanted you on the show, man, so that you could introduce yourself, because I feel that a person like you needs to be promoted. We need more people we need the world to know, at least Lafayette, to know that there are people like you, man, that people can go to, because being the barber is, that makes you by design the counselor.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, whether you want to or not.
That's right.
And I've witnessed your conversations, man, and I really like the way that you spread positivity and uprightness. Right. Especially to the youth. I see you get a lot of young boys coming through that to get their hair cut.
That's right.
And that's what we need, man. We need to know that we can rely on our barber. If nobody else, we can cry to him. You know what I'm saying? We can vent to him.
That's right.
We need to know that, man.
That's right.
So with that said, when did you become a barber, and how, what propelled your desire to be a barber?
Well, it started in the early 90s. For one, my brother, my oldest brother, he was the barber of the neighborhood. And through the situations, he got injured, and so everyone still was coming to the house for a haircut. Yeah. So I felt like it was my job to take on, what he couldn't.
Right.
And man, once I started, I went to school in '98.
Which school was that?
I went to Moeller Beauty College on the West Bank.
Oh, okay. So
of New Orleans.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And in 1990, man, I received my license, and once I became a professional, and it just uplifted me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I just continued to put on that professional jacket every day.
Good, bro. Yeah, now, that's what we need.
I got into a situation that allowed me to be behind bars.
Right.
And with that being said, I realized that your position doesn't define you.
No. Right.
It's all about the next decision you make.
That's right. Bro. That's right. Hallelujah to that, bro.
And so with that being said, I knew that I let some people down in my life by me, being incarcerated. And so I made it my first objective is to never, put myself in a situation like that again. But if I do, I still have to understand that it's all about the next decision you make.
Right.
And I've been cutting for 25 years now. And with that being said, I see the impact that I have on the youth. And so I try to continue to just be that person to lead them. Yeah. And we don't have a lot of role models in the neighborhood. So I just try to be that one that they know.
Yeah, and I thank you for being that, man,
Yes,
because that
ma'am.
is so rare, brother. So I hear you say I hear you say you went to school in New Orleans.
Yes, sir.
So is New Orleans where you from?
Yes, I was born in Charity Hospital.
Right.
In 1972, I've been in Lafayette for 20 years. So my first part of my life was in New Orleans, and I've understood that in order for you to make change, you have to change your environment. You have to change the ways that you used to be in order to be the person that you want to be.
Right, right,
You know?
right.
And
Wow.
so I came to Lafayette in 2003 once I got out of my situation, and I haven't looked back since. I've been that professional that I always knew I can be ever since I come from out of my incarceration.
Right. Now, I do have a question, because
Yes,
you
ma'am.
kind of segued into that. I caught how you said it. It allowed me to be in prison, or, you know, it allowed me to go to jail. And then you also talked about role models and lack of role models.
Mhm.
Do you think the lack of role models played a decision in it allowing you to go to jail, or that instance? You think that would have been different?
Well, I don't. I'm not gonna to make a excuse like as if it was someone else's fault.
Okay.
It was.
Right.
It's the
Right.
decision that I, took upon myself, and once I became to realize that, that I am the role model now. That changes everything. So it's like meeting the moment on what decision and what path you want to take in life.
Right, right, right. So
You
what
know?
I'm gathering at this point is you're like me, progress,
Progress.
Yeah.
progress.
Progress.
That's it.
Progress.
That's it.
I compete against myself every day.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to be better than I was
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah, that's like a prayer to me,
Yes,
man. That word progress, man.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
Yes, sir.
that's like a one-word prayer.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
know,
sir.
because like we spoke about on the last episode. My wife was talking,
Oh, the example about movement.
yeah, the example about
Because you
movement.
could be moving, like you can be moving, you can have movement, but you could be running still.
That's correct.
You could be going backwards.
Running in place.
You could be running in place.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
You know,
Yeah.
swerve to the left, swerve to the right.
That's
But
correct.
progress is forward.
That's correct.
Progress is going forward. So that's what we were, elaborating your story.
And it sounds like what you're saying is once you have a vision, and you stick to that vision, you know what I'm saying? And every obstacle that gets in that way of that vision, or every blur spot of that vision, when you clear it up, when you make another step up, that's progress.
Right.
So what moment during your incarceration did you, like, what happened in the moment, if you can remember, because I can remember, that made me say, no, I'm more than this.
I'm so glad you asked me that. Because it happened before I was even behind bars.
Right, right.
Whenever I was sentenced, my mom gave off a scream in the courtroom, and I still hear that scream, but it motivated me to never want to put my mom in a situation like that again. So during my whole incarceration, I heard that scream. I just got closer to the
To the God in you.
to the God in me, and it's like, man, and to be honest with you, 25 years later, last year, I graduated from college.
Come on, brother.
Nice.
I went
Yeah.
back to school for business administration,
All right.
and I spoke to my mom, and I told her, Mom, that same scream that you let off in the courtroom, can I get that back?
Yeah,
When they say my name.
yeah,
And
yeah,
she
yeah.
was like, son, you still remember that? And I'm like,
Yeah.
Mom, I remember that every
Yes,
time I
man.
have
Yes,
a
man.
bad
Yes,
moment.
Yes. And look, and this is a good promotion, what you just said, that illustration for, April is Second Chance Month,
Okay.
right?
Yes, sir.
So, this is the type of things the world needs to know about most people coming from incarceration or during incarceration. They reach a time in their life when all they want to do is be the best version of themselves,
That's correct.
but not for themselves, for everybody else.
around. Yes,
For
sir.
everybody else.
Yes, sir.
And that's the reason why I feel that even though we know the agenda
Yes, sir.
of why it's so hard to get a second chance,
Mhm.
I feel that at some point they're going to wake up, and they're going to use people like you, me, to as the what word do I want to say? As the template
The template.
Yeah.
to a proven
That's the perfect.
Y'all are the blueprint.
second chances.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a perfect
Like if these guys did it,
Mm-hmm.
and the guys who's coming to us asking for parole, asking for reprieve of some sort, if they can somewhat image, if their actions somewhat image the actions of these two people,
Yes, sir.
they deserve it, because chances are they're going to go home and they're going to fix things
Yes,
because
sir.
they see past what they're looking at now.
Yes, sir.
But then we're dealing with the agenda.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's like in so many ways, once you have that moment, you have a connection with someone when you get around them that have that moment also. Because just like you said, when we met, we automatically bonded.
Right.
You know, because I guess we had that moment in our lives to where,
Yeah, that put us
Yes.
on the same path.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's why I think it's very important. I really appreciate you becoming a member of VOTE.
Yes, sir.
Because you are the change.
Yes, sir.
Know what I'm saying? You are the change. And if these young people, now not just young people,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
not just young people,
Not
but
just young people.
if they see the change in you, they
Mm-hmm.
know it exists.
That's correct.
Know what I'm saying?
That's
But if they don't see it, they don't
That's
know that it's there.
And, and I'm sorry to
No,
cut
go
you
ahead,
off, but the main thing that I do love about VOTE is because I always wanted to register myself, but I never got a chance to. I would always speak about change, but at the end of the day, I know that I haven't put my vote down. So once I did get a chance to meet you and what y'all are about, I had to join, and I had to register. So what I'm saying is I want to give that to those out there that don't know that they can, or those that have been wanting to register but didn't. I want to be able to bring that to them, because I had that feeling a long time.
Yeah. The ability
The ability.
to vote. How beautiful that is.
Because we all want to.
Yes, and we all should, but we don't.
We don't. We have to make that. We have to be that template for those that want. We have to make sure that they can.
Right.
Right.
So
That's correct.
so that's one of the reasons why I want to take this moment to remind people that May the 2nd is the
2nd?
beginning of early voting.
Okay.
From May 2nd to May 9th.
May 2nd.
And I want you to try to do as I'm going to do and
Yes, sir.
propel as many people to go. But The election is on May 16th.
16.
May the 16th.
So,
Yeah, and that's going to be very important, man.
Mhm.
It's going to be very important.
I want to make sure I find out all of the places where people can vote.
Yeah.
And all of that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
yes,
So,
I'm gonna
so
push it.
early voting is, I know for us, is at Martin Luther King Center.
Okay.
There's 3 places, but we always go to the Martin Luther King Center.
Yes, sir.
That's where I, that's the easiest, simplest place for, for us.
The Go Vote app
Yes, ma'am.
tells you that. If you download the Go Vote app, and it's free, it'll show you your party. It'll show you when early election is, when the election day is, where it's at, the times. So if you don't have it, or if you don't know about it, they're asking, I don't know where to go out, or they give an excuse.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I would vote, but I don't know where to go vote at.
yeah,
There's no excuse. It's a free app. You got a smartphone.
yeah.
You have access
Yeah,
to it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm a big fan of that.
And you spell go the Cajun way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Geaux.
That's right.
Go
Go
vote.
vote.
So definitely download that app.
I
But I wanted to ask you, before,
Yes, ma'am.
if you had one message, because you speak to the young guys today, and maybe young girls as well, if you did have one message to instill them with, or leave them with, maybe something that you would have wished somebody had given you, what what would that be?
Well, I go back to what I tell my daughter. Like, if today doesn't go your way, it's not the end of the world. Tomorrow's a better day. And with that being said, I'll just want everyone to know that your position and your situation, it doesn't define you. It's all about the next decision that you make. And when you sit down with yourself and do a personal inventory with yourself, there's a positive in every negative.
Yes.
Positive in every negative.
Yes.
And you could change your situation with just the next decision.
Yes. Yes.
Just stay positive.
That's heavy, brother. That's heavy, and I really appreciate those words, bro. To the youth, man. Man. Look, last week I went and and if I was going to see you at the barbershop, I was going to have this conversation with you. But I went to speak, man.
Okay.
At an alternative school, right? It was senior recognition commencement, right?
Okay.
They asked me to speak, and man, listen, bro. So storytelling is kind of my thing, telling my story, right? And when I mentioned about not having a father, hey man, look, that is not just a black thing or a race thing. That is a plague that is on men, period. Because look, I was up inside that commencement, the mayor, the chief of police, man, there was so many people there. Say, brother, listen, these young men started crying and came, hugged me, bro. These young men asking me, both races, asking me, how did I survive without having a father? Like in my life, bro. So, that was so big for me. Like that, like I cried with these cats, like the people in the audience was crying. And I'm saying to myself, these people even had to deal with that.
That's correct.
At some point. You know what I'm saying? So one of my main objectives, man, is getting fathers, men, to recognize their position, to recognize their power. You know what I'm saying? But everyone is struggling.
That's right.
Everyone is distracted with trying to make it. But if we would put people in place, in office, that would allow us the leniency to be able to contribute to society, we could take the time out and we could instill what we know into these kids, but or we could be there. We wouldn't be trying to hustle.
That's correct.
Or whatever, getting ourselves caught up in scenarios, man. If we put people that would make life a little more easier, a little more,
Yeah, a little
little more
structure.
fruitful.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But instead, we too busy trying, and then we getting caught up in all kinds, and you know, it's so.
So with that being said, I wanna let you know that my future business plans is I'm trying to open a college, so
Yes.
that way I can take a lot of the youth and a lot of grown men and teach them how to be professionals
Right.
in this barber industry, so they can provide for their families, so they won't have
Right.
to
Right.
fall
in traps.
fall in traps or fall back into the mix. Because in these 25 years, that's what I have noticed all of these years, that opportunity is scarce.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and the job field is positive, but it's still scarce.
Yes.
You know?
That's part of a message I like to leave young kids with, to always remember that not to misconstrue a risk for an opportunity. Because they look so similar, and they dress up and you wear it alike.
That's a good one.
But you know, but we've been doing that all our life,
That's
taking
right.
a risk, making a problem, trying to fix a problem.
Trying to fix it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know, we just have to start moving different. But we first have to see people move different.
That's right. I like
You know,
that.
you understand what I'm saying?
I like that.
So we know that it exists and it can happen.
Changing
So,
that environment.
yeah,
You
changing-
mentioned it too.
Yes.
Changing
Yes.
his environment saw him.
Yes.
He saw himself in a different light.
Yeah.
So same as you said.
Yeah,
And that's just what it is. Cause remember the old saying, we can't let the hood take us under.
No.
We can't.
No.
We can't. We can't.
No.
And
Because that's what it was designed for.
That's right.
That's what it was designed for. The swallow was up.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's, man, and when I think right now, bro, the dynamics of life right now, like we have to fight. Like I was explaining to these young kids, man, I actually had to apologize. 17, 18 years old.
Okay.
I had to apologize to them too. Because when we grew up joining, you know, we could join, we could tap out, we could joke and tease each other, you know, boy, you know, your mama ugly, These kids, and we just laugh it off, or we have a little tap out and get through it. But today, man, these kids don't have time to be a kid. They don't have time to be a kid, man. Life is real, it's happening right now. And they're trying to be kids, but they've been desensitized.
Oh, all right. And they getting exposed to their games or murder games.
That's what I'm saying. They're desensitized
Yeah.
in real life, so they done carried the entertainment into their personal world.
Grand Theft Auto is normal.
Yeah, you
Right.
don't have Barney.
Right.
You don't have Sesame Street right now.
Right. But to their defense, bro, they have never lived in a world without false reality.
Okay.
Social media is
Okay.
part of their world since they
Okay.
took their first breath. And you and I, we've lived in a world without that and with it. So we could still,
That's right.
we still remember
That's right.
what reality is, and we know how to use this
That's right.
to help form a reality that we want. But these kids, they just see relevance in this. Want to be relevant. That's the only desire of any kid that's hurting. Any person hurting is to be relevant,
To be
to be seen.
and to have
You know,
purpose.
Yeah.
to have purpose, and this and social media gives them that.
That's right.
Even though it's a filter, even though they can't decipher the
It's
difference.
easy.
It
It's
is.
easy.
They can't
is.
decipher
That's
the
right.
difference.
I like that. It's easy because, I mean, it's just, there's a thin line between progress and negative.
And this is beautiful, man, because second chance month, like I said, is this month.
That's right.
And witnessing your progress, because you mentioned I was incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? And it was important that you recognize, right, that you didn't make a style out of that.
No, sir.
Because it's so easy.
I don't lead with
It's so easy to make a style out of that,
I don't
man.
leave
So
with
I really commend you, bro.
I
I'm
appreciate
really
it,
proud
man.
of you, man. And as an overall person, bro, I like you, bro. You know what I
Appreciate
mean?
that.
I like you a lot.
And that's what we need as men. We need to congratulate each other
Yes.
and to be honest with each other.
Yes.
Because, I mean, when you become an adult, that don't mean you don't have to understand that friends are friends. You know? When most people get to be adult, they forget how to be a person's friend.
Yes,
Right.
yes, 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 yes.
I
But
appreciate
again,
that.
probably getting caught up trying to get it, trying to survive.
That's correct.
The hustle and bustle. Because man,
That's
it's
correct.
it's lifing,
Life is
especially
lifing.
right now, man.
That's right, man.
People holding on. People
That's right.
people trying to hold on.
And this is a good opportunity. So I like you too for giving me this opportunity to grow.
Oh yes, sir.
You know,
yes, sir.
to
That's because you
grow.
deserve it. You
That's
took the
right.
steps first.
That's
You
right.
know, and anything that we vote, anything that we could do to help individually, myself,
That's right.
and I could speak for my other coworkers, for
That's correct.
the whole staff of Vote. They feel the same exact way. Anything individually or collectively that we can help you with, we right here, man.
I'm going to
You
be
know,
a foot soldier for both.
we on the same team.
That's correct. That's correct. I appreciate this opportunity. And I'm going to do my best to let my clients know, anyone around me, that your voice is with your vote.
Yeah. Yes.
Your
Yes.
voice is with your vote. Everybody wants to say that your vote don't count. That's because you're not allowing it to.
Yeah. I mean, if and they don't realize that
Mm-hmm.
when they don't vote, they're literally voting against themselves.
That's correct.
You're voting for the person you probably wouldn't have chose
That's correct.
in the vote. You know what I'm saying? Man, voting, a lot of people are like, I'm not into politics. And I'm like, man, if you woke up this morning and hit your light switch,
You
you
into
into politics. if your stove, if you use a stove to cook your food, you into
into
politics
politics.
because electricity, the water,
correct.
all that, that's all, that's all included in,
We have to put
this-
our finger on it.
yeah. We just, we just have to see the big picture, see past what we looking at, man.
Man, this was good.
But look,
Yeah.
brother, as always, man, it's a pleasure. And look, man, you home now,
Yeah.
right?
all
So don't
all
make
right,
yourself,
all right, all right.
yeah, don't
all
be a
right.
stranger.
Oh, no, sir.
So-
No, sir. I'm gonna be a foot soldier to vote, man.
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
make
Thank
sure
you.
that everyone that sits in my chair, I don't care if you vote Republican or Democrat, I need you to vote.
That's right, and that's what it is. That's what vote is about.
That's right.
All we do is encourage people to
To
exercise your constitutional right.
That's correct.
Right,
That's
right,
correct.
right. Well, brother, thank you so much.
Yes,
you,
yes.
man. Thank
And
you, Josh.
you have to come back.
Oh, I surely will, man. I surely
Okay.
will, and I see you at the building.
Yes.
And we will speak again.
Sounds good, brother. Thanks again.
Oh yes, sir. That's what's up. Mm-hmm.